Hello, fellow YouTubers. Like WWC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old. And today I have Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Rescue Bots Universe Chase. I was not expecting this guy to show up so soon, but here we are. I've really been looking forward to this figure. Like, this year is when I finally got around to watching all the Rescue Bots. I really liked it. I loved all the characters, and when I found out that they're actually going to be making collector-targeted figures of the characters, I just could not wait. I sure hope they do the whole team. So take a look at the packaging. Here's his Rescue Bots Universe Autobot Chase. There he's in vehicle mode. There he's in there with the stupid windowless opening, but I guess they're going to be changing that back soon, hopefully. I'm happy about that. On the side, here we have 40 years of the Transformers franchise for next year. I can't believe this franchise is 4 decades old. We have Animated Optimus and Animated Bumblebee taking the spotlight, as something from Animated should. Then there we have him in robot mode and vehicle mode. Transforms in 18 steps. There he's on the side. So without further ado, let's get him out. So here we have Chase in his police car mode, and I just want to mention, yes, you can store the grappling hook on the back of it, and I'm actually fairly impressed how they did it because part of it is actually at a different angle, so it's flush on the back of the car, if that makes any sense, the way I said it. Yeah, kudos to them for that, but otherwise I'm going to set it to the side, and these things on the side are separate pieces, which to me is a little pointless because I'm never going to remove them. It's not necessary to remove them for the transformation. Just a minor little nitpick. I have to say, though, if this is a sign of how hopefully future Rescue Bots characters will be in this line, I'm really excited because this figure, I feel, does a really good job of updating the design, making it where it fits a little bit more in a collector line, but still feeling faithful to the original design. I feel he did a good job with that. In this car mode, I feel looks pretty good. He has clear headlights, a blank spot there where there should really be an insignia or something, but some nice clear windows. I like the color on them. There's the Autobot symbol. My main nitpick just with the details is that I wish he had the Rescue Bot symbol instead of just the generic Autobot symbol. But again, it's not the end of the world. It has blue and red lights, some silver in the middle there. The back, it honestly doesn't look too unfinished. I have to commend them for that. It looks okay. He does have pegged on wheels, unfortunately, and rolling is not great on this guy. Then there's some smoke pipes right there. Exhaust. I'm blanking on what these are called right now. It's late. Yeah. Overall, pretty nice update to the design. So here he is with the APC Toys Red Gladiator, aka Transformers Prime First Edition Cliff Jumper. And the reason I'm comparing these two is because a lot of people have been theorizing that this figure is going to get retooled into Prime Cliff Jumper. And in vehicle mode, I could kind of see it working. Just thinking about how it would work with the transformation, the horns would still be fairly out of the way in robot mode, so I think that could work, and I can definitely see how this could turn into this design. Yeah, there's your comparison. And I'd say that pretty much does it for the vehicle mode. So now we can move on to the transformation. And I have to say, this guy's transformation really surprised me. It's still pretty easy, but there's a lot more going on than I was expecting, which I can appreciate. So first off, just come here and fold these up and out of the way. Go ahead and fold this out. And then just rotate the arms back like this, just to get them out of the way. Then just angle this part down so you can fold this up. The legs are the part that surprised me. Go in and split them. Rotate right there at the knee. Then come right here, fold this up. You come here, fold the heel out. Just fold this out. Then fold this section up. And there's some tabs right here that'll go into these slots. So just fold that up. Really like what they did with the legs here. That's really cool. Do the same thing on this side. And then go ahead and fold the arms up. Then fold this forward, fold this up, fold this down, fold this back, rotate the head, and there you have Chase in his robot mode. And just like with vehicle mode, I feel the robot mode does a great job of updating the design while still feeling faithful to it. First off, that head sculpt, I can definitely look at that and tell that's Chase. It's not one-to-one, but you just look at it and think, yeah, that's Chase, just different design aesthetic. He actually has the gold police symbol on top, which is nice. He has the light bars behind his head. They don't stick out as far, but I still appreciate that they're there. My main grievance I have is that his hands are black when they should be dark blue. It's not that big of a deal. It's just, it seemed like kind of an avoidable issue, but maybe dark blue plastic is hard to manufacture or expensive. I don't know. He has the lights on both arms, very much appreciated. He has the headlights right above his feet. Yeah, all around, really nice looking figure. Now for his accessory, here we have his power up and energized grappling hook, which you just kind of stick on the arm. It doesn't really clip on, but it doesn't have any issue staying on. I'm glad they included that accessory. For once, the translucent weapons for Legacy actually make sense. Yeah, really nice. Then here he is with Cliff Jumper in robot mode. And once again, I can kind of see how this could work for a good retool, but there'd be some problems. But then again, I know they wouldn't really want to do a one-to-one recreation of Prime Cliff Jumper. It would just be an update. The thing is, the headlights, I just can't see how they could put them up on the lower stomach section. And that's just something I really loved about this design. It was really cool when they were able to actually pull it off in action figure form. But if this guy was a retool of this figure, I can't see how that would work. Otherwise though, yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if they did a Prime Cliff Jumper. The likeness, especially with the chest area, it is there. Now getting on to the articulation, this is one of the slightly weaker points of the figure. It's not bad, just a little problematic. So the head is on a ball joint, get a little bit of upward movement, a decent bit of downward movement. Can look right and left, some side to side. When we get to the shoulders are not great for posing. And it's not necessarily the shoulders themselves. It's not all their fault. It's these on the back here. These fold down on the car to make it kind of hold together, but they really get in the way of shoulder articulation. Like you can move them, just you kind of have to get those out of the way. So it's a little hard to get them to do a full 360, but they can go out to the side that far. That's not great. Then the main issue is that they can really just stick out like this. They can't go out to the side. That kind of bugs me. He has bicep rotation, elbow bend, pretty much exactly a 90. Now this is the really weird part. His hands fold in, which normally is something they do for the transformation, but this does not play into the transformation at all. You're supposed to just leave the hands like that. So, like, what purpose does that serve? I will give you that if they'd given him wrist swivels just due to the design, you wouldn't have been able to use them. So it's not the end of the world. It's just so weird. He has a waist swivel. Legs can go forward that far. Really nice kick forward. A little bit of backward movement. They can go out to the side. You have a thigh rotation. Knees can go a smidge over 90. And you do have ankle pivot more out to the side than inward. So, yeah, that's a thing. Then you have some movement in the heels. Actually, a lot of movement in the heels. Just, I don't know how you would use those. So articulation, it's not bad. It's just the shoulders. If the shoulders were better, I wouldn't have any complaints really with the articulation. I guess you can get him into the power up and energize pose though, so that's something. So let's see. I covered both modes, the comparison for both modes, the articulation. I think that pretty much does it for this figure. I don't have a display to stick him on, so we'll just do the final thoughts right here. Overall, well, I do have some little grievances with this figure, mainly to do with the shoulder articulation and a couple aesthetic choices that I don't entirely agree with. I'm really happy with him. As I said throughout the video, this feels like a faithful update of the design for Chase, because Rescue Bots had very simplistic designs, and if you want to turn them into collector-targeted action figures, some changes have to be made. And I'm okay with that because this is still unmistakably Chase, and that's the main thing that matters to me. And if this is a sign of things to come, if they hopefully do more Rescue Bots figures, I'm really excited. And Hasbro, if you're watching this video, please do the other Rescue Bots. I want all of them in this design aesthetic so bad. I feel in Rescue Bots, I know that they kind of went for having them be roughly the same size, like not any major differences, but I'd be okay if they changed up the scale a little bit, like maybe making Boulder a smaller Voyager, maybe Blades just a slightly taller Deluxe, and Heatwave, I'd like if they did Heatwave as a triple changer. That could be a little problematic since in the show when he scanned his boat form, his robot mode never changed. So there would need to be some design changes made if they were to make him as a triple changer. So Heatwave, they definitely need to redesign him, and I wouldn't mind that so much if it meant we could get him as a triple changer. And he should either be a Voyager or Leader class, I think, if they were to do that. And let's see, Blur should definitely be a Deluxe. Salvage, Voyager for sure. And Quick Shadow, yeah, definitely Deluxe for her. Maybe they can do High Tide, probably him as a Voyager also. Then Servo as a core class. I'm really getting ahead of myself. As I've said, if they at least do the main four, I'd be pretty happy, but I still want all the characters from that show, hopefully. But for now, that's Chase. And in terms of if you should get this figure, I definitely think you should, especially if you're a fan of Rescue Bots. I don't think you'll be disappointed with him. Of course, that's just what I think of the figure. As always, please be sure to comment down below what you think of the figure. And if you like this video, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and God bless.